What is going on, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today I am playing the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. Finally, the waiting is over, guys. The waiting is finally over, where we can finally play the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. This is finally such a long wait indeed. We have been waiting for this game. We have waited over a month for this game, and you will not see anything for a little bit, at least a couple of minutes. I am currently downloading the game right now. It was actually released as a separate game product. I don't know what that is with. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But the game is literally called the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to make sure that I am showing whatever, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and change the scene just so you guys aren't looking at a black screen of my stream. So basically, we are just, again, waiting for the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution to download. I will be playing it momentarily. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Oh my god, why is this? There's a game trying to download. So let's go ahead and load up the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. This is going to be about 2 gigabytes, but it's going to be done in about 2 minutes. I have a very fast internet. Wow, I am actually downloading at like 20 megabytes a second right now. Yeah, it's going to be done in about less than 2 minutes right now. So guys, thank you so much for being so patient as of recently. I know you guys have been just wanting 2019 to release, and especially for the Steam users, we have been waiting a long time for the 2019 edition. So finally, our wait is over, and we're finally going to be able to play 2019. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being so patient with this 2019 edition. And I'm going to go ahead and change the thumbnail to an actual 2019 edition thing. So finally, again, we are just waiting for the 2019 edition to download. This is going to take, again, another minute. For some reason, and this is a first look. This is a very first look at the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. Basically, we are, it's a completely different game. Like, it's a completely different, like, just thing. And it's so weird. Which actually, I think it was listed as its own thing. It's like, it's not even a DLC for Power and Revolution. It is literally called Power and Revolution 2019. So let me see. Where's my and? Yeah, wow. Okay, so it's a completely separate game now. Okay, that is weird. So it's on sale right now for 20% off. So it's being it's a completely separate game now, which is very weird. Wow. It's a weird decision on Eversim's part. Thankfully, I did get it at sale price for $19.99. Yeah, so I'll give you guys some information on this because you can buy, if you already have the original base Power and Revolution pack. Basically, you can buy it, buy this DLC alone on their website, and I'll post the website down below. It asked me for my original PNR code when I booted it up. Was quite strange. Okay, so let's go ahead and look to see if Power and Revolution is done. Power and Revolution 2019 is done, boys. Let's go ahead and play it. My cat is being a little shit right now. And I actually just now got an email from Ah, shit. Fuck! He sent me a code! I knew I should have waited. I just... Fuck! Okay, so... Let me see what I'm doing right now. Okay. So let me go ahead and get this stream set up exactly on the Power and Revolution thing, on the Power and Revolution thing, and I'm going to talk about this email that I just sent me because I have giveaways, guys. I have 3 giveaway codes for 2019 if you guys are interested. Because since my first instinct reaction was actually to buy the 2019 edition, he gave me 3 separate codes. Luis Marie Roquez, thank you so much, Luis, for giving me these codes. So now instead of 2 codes that I would have to give away, I have 3 2019 edition codes that I can give away to you guys, to my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for supporting me through all of this. And finally, we are going to play the 2019 edition. This is the first thing that you see on the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. We are now in update 6.41. This is amazing that we're finally playing this. So, I mean, my thing is acting weird. What is my volume at? Let's go ahead and quit out of this. I don't think my thing was plugged in. But let's go ahead. Get out, get out. Let me go ahead and announce that I actually have giveaway codes to the Discord. And then I'll go ahead and get on to 2019 edition Power and Revolution. All right, let's go ahead, play 2019 again. Get out of this, get out of this, get out of this. Let's go ahead and play, finally. Okay, so I'm just trying to get some of this set up, and then also, sound isn't working. Oh, I have it on the wrong sound setting, that's why. I just realized it's set on my speakers. There we go. There we go. Alright. So this is the main menu, guys, of 2019. Let's go ahead and turn this music down. And the sound, God, that is so loud. Okay, let's go. So, all right, guys, I want to know, what country do you guys want me to play? What country should I play first in the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution? I'm going to go ahead and start taking some answers now. So if you guys want to see what country I want to play, I could just go as the United States. You know what? I'm going to play the United States. I'm going to show off some of the features. God, we have a mixed bag of responses right now. I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, Elon Musk. Huh. They put Elon Musk in there. Ha! Finally. A little bit of realism. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and play as the United States. We're going to go ahead and go through all of the features of the 2019 edition. And then I'm also going to go ahead and read through this email sent to me by Louise Marie Riquez. That was sent to me at about 2:30. That was like right before I bought it. All right. So he said the Steam version is now available. Please find please find below. Okay, hang on. Actually, there's a brand new thing, so let's look at this. Very interesting. For the and actually, I can actually show it in a couple of countries for that. But let's go ahead and read through this email that was sent to me by the head developer of Eversim, Louise Marie Riquez. So he said the Steam version is now available. Please find below 3 keys for yourself or to gift as you want. So unfortunately, for myself at least, I just dropped $20 on this game. So I do not need one of the codes. So fortunately for you guys get 3 different codes for 3 different people. So soon enough, I'm going to plan a giveaway, and then I'm going to go ahead and give away these codes for the Power and Revolution 2019 edition. And I will meet with each one of y'all individually to make sure that you guys, that it works for y'all and everything like that. So for those who win, make sure to contact me, something like that. I don't know. And then he said, note that on Steam, the 2019 edition is presented as a new application called Power and Revolution 2019 edition. So it is not exactly a DLC as it was in 2018 and 2017. Due to this, we have added a bundle on Steam allowing the player who already owns the previous game to get it at a discounted price, which was at $19.99 with the current promotion. So if you guys have the the game on Steam, go ahead and go take advantage of that. Wow, someone just messaged me asking for the code. So if you guys want to buy the game right now, instead of waiting for my giveaway, then go ahead and buy it on, just look up Power and Revolution 2019 edition. It is, again, separated as its own separate game and not a DLC of the 2008 of the Power and Revolution game. Of course, for new customers who did not own the previous game, we will soon sell all the DLCs in New Game Store page, which is the God and Spy modding tool 2017-2018. The 2019 edition Steam version of the game can also be directly bought from our store, from the Eversim Power and Revolution website. And then he said, feel free to ask me for any question or comment. And then best regards, Louise. And then so finally, as for those who are, my fucking cat is like moving around. So for those who are interested in an interview with Eversim, which I will be holding very soon, we should be planning back about it. Oh my god. I love my cat. Alright, sorry if you guys can hear that. And then he said he will be getting back to me within a couple of days for about the interview that me and him should be holding. Hopefully, since I don't have to annoy him about the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution, then finally he can get a little bit of rest on that subject. So I will be doing something very soon. Very soon. I just need to plan it. About a giveaway of those 3 codes for the 2019 edition. And without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start going through all these features, and I'm going to show you guys how it works and stuff like that. This is a very intuitive and very complicated DLC, and I'm very excited to play with it. Okay, so first off, wow, we have 20 people watching as of right now. So, yeah, it's not that hard. I was just trying to make it dramatic. So we have some new messages at the beginning of the game. Carbon tax. Let's save the world. Mr. President, several countries have already instituted a carbon tax on their carbon dioxide emissions. It has proven to be a deterrent and, more importantly, can be reinvested in ecological transitions. Globally, it has been successful in curbing those emissions that are responsible for a significant portion of the rise in temperatures. I would suggest that we also implement it so that we too play a role in building a new world sustainable for all of us. And that was by the Secretary of Energy. And then we actually have a very brand new Director of Intelligence. So he says, weeding out the terrorists is always worth mentioning, Mr. President, that international terrorism is running rampant in our country. Our agencies remain on standby and are waiting your decision. But if I were to have the moment of your time of day, I would also direct your attention toward the unilateral strategy in order to destroy the international terrorist branches that persevere here and around the world. The best thing would launch a massive attack on the source, that is, directly on our home territory. So maybe it actually makes it a little easier to actually like knock out groups such as like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. So like if I wanted to take out the Mujahideen or Total Jihad, then I would have to take them out in Afghanistan themselves. So that is very, very interesting on their part. Climate objectives. Every year, we examine the level of CO2 emissions worldwide, and we personally inform every world leader of their progress. Mr. President, the United Nations is now going to personally inform each leader of projections related to global warming around the world, and especially the collective efforts implemented for reducing the emissions of CO2. So we are coming at the beginning of each year until 2030, a date which, as you recall, we set the goal to reduce CO2 emissions by 45% in comparison to today. Get to work, and we will see you next year. So we have 1 year to start reducing our emissions for that. So let's go ahead and look at this. What do we have? We have nothing new in funding, but we can just literally fund the living hell out of this. So these are just all just normal. We do have constructions. We don't have any new laws that we can actually implement that are different from the 2018 version of Power and Revolution. But we do have a construction tab, and this is basically where we are going to discover something called CO2 capture plants. And basically, these are places that literally suck in the CO2 in the air and keeps it in storage, something like that. They are very, very powerful in doing this, but at the same time, they suck up a lot of energy, and you are going to need to produce a lot of electricity to do it. So let's go ahead and check out this. We have average temperature, which is 46 degrees. Wow, look at that. And then CO2 emissions, we now have all of this. We have more numbers to get a more exact projection of where we are at in that area. Emissions of CO2 in tons per capita is 14. We are number 2, looks like. And then projection of organic agriculture in areas. So 0.5% of our actual land area is organic agriculture. And then we also have areas deforested and reforested per year. So we basically, this is the thing where basically it's talking about how forested or deforested your country is becoming. So the more, I believe, the more you give to your, I guess I want to like subsidize a living hell out of a what do you call it, the wood sector, and then see what happens there. To see if that actually affects it. That would be very interesting if it does. And then so let's go over here. We do have new taxes that we actually have. So this is the new, this is the same thing, the tax on petroleum products, but they just changed it to energy products. And they actually changed the description as well. It applies to any product that is either meant for or to be used for, or it has been sold as fuel or fuel additive for motors. It also applies for some hydrocarbons meant for heating. Note that in real-world France, this tax forms a part of the carbon tax. In the game, the amount of tax on petroleum and energy products and its revenue are not a part of the carbon tax. So this is not to be confused with it. So in real-world France, this tax is a part of their carbon tax, but in the game, they are separate taxes. And then I don't think we have anything new that's already implemented, but we do have a couple of new taxes that we actually have. The first one is going to be the GAFA tax, or the tax on large digital companies. This tax, also known as the GAFA tax in France, is intended to compensate for the loss of business taxes owed by the massive digital companies who relocate their headquarters to different countries from their consumers in order to benefit from a more advantageous tax system. Around half of these web giants are American, while a quarter are Chinese. The countries that host these multinational headquarters, which is like Ireland, Luxembourg, benefit from the jobs and the economy that they can create locally, so naturally they are opposed to this tax. So basically, GAFA actually stands for Google, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon. These are like the big four companies in France, known in France. And all of these are literally American. And basically, these are the companies that do actually move their headquarters around to the country that has the lowest tax. And then we have the carbon tax, which was talked about just a moment ago. This tax directly taxes the emissions on carbon dioxide, or CO2, responsible for a significant portion of the rise in temperatures. It is intended to discourage the use of fossil fuels and is to bring about the gradual changes in the behaviors and processes of manufacturers, companies, and private citizens. Therefore, the amount should increase over the years to align with environmental objectives. In France, it is included in various energy taxes. And then we have the highway tolls tax. Traffic on the highway system can lend itself to different kinds of taxation, compulsory vigilancies, the toll system, or not at all, or not tax at all, which are freeways. Here, it is expressed as the average cost per kilometer or mile. A large part of the earnings return to the state. This taxation policy also has an environmental impact and can be a strong indicator of automobile usage. Which this one is way overpowered. Look at this. Look at how good that actually brings in income. 15 cents a mile is $144 billion. But it is very hard to pass through Congress, and it is very... it probably even hurts things such as purchasing power. But we're not gonna be implementing anything yet. I think that was actually the last one from that. And then let's go to finance. Let's see what's new here. We have OPEC. OPEC is finally down here, so we finally don't have to look around to see what the price of oil is. GDP is 20.5 trillion. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's new in Army. I don't think anything is new in Army. No. Secret Service. Let's see what's new here. Nothing new, nothing new. Cybersecurity, nothing new. We have a woman tab right here. So we have 3 budget guidelines for here. We have the checks on the gender equality in the workplace, fight against sexual violence, and education policy on gender equality, which apparently we have very low funding on that. So let's go ahead and give that some funding. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we have several different laws in here. These were actually just changed from the family tab. So we have determine legislation on abortion, regulate contraception, regulate legislation on prostitution, and then we have a brand new law which is called specific criminalization of street harassment. So this basically is street harassment is described as any form of hostile behavior with sexual connotations conducted in a public area. Its criminalization contributes to the equality between men and women, the fight against a certain culture of sexism, and the freedom of movement for everyone. Penalties vary on the severity of the offense and can go as far as actual imprisonment. So we actually have a new person. So this is actually the feminist Me Too, huh? They actually put a brand new stock image in there. So let's go ahead and meet with the international actress dedicated for International Women's Call, Hermione Wilson. Is this like a... I forgot that one woman's name from Harry Potter. And then we also have an index of salary equality of men and women from $0 to $1. So this means that 72 cents this is basically like the wage gap that's basically what it is. So 72 cents man to female. So women are making 72 cents to the man's dollar. And then the one with the highest one is 87 cents in Iceland. I don't know actually. Checks on gender equality in the workplace. So let's go ahead and fund that. Wow, that is $10 billion. No wonder we don't fund it. Hermione Watson. I knew it was like that. I knew it was like that. Currency, nothing new in currency. Civil servant. Parliament. Okay, so now we have the brand new Congress. So we have 235 Democrats. So the Democrats now control the House. And then the Republicans have 53 seats in the Senate. So that's very, very interesting. So it's 235 to 200. I think that's actually assuming that North Carolina 9 district in southern North Carolina, assuming that it actually does go Republican. So this could actually be inaccurate unless they just fix it in a later version after that special election. Information on CO2 capture. In order to combat global warming, we can of course reduce CO2 emissions, but it's also possible to look to CO2 capture as a solution. There are various types, and they're not only help lower emissions immediately, but also absorb some of the CO2 that has been accumulating in the atmosphere since the Industrial Revolution. Add to that a process that converts captured CO2 into usable hydrocarbon to use as fuel, and it becomes a source of renewable energy. These processes are still experimental, but by investing in this sector and in research, and then in developing the necessary infrastructures, this could actually prove to be very effective in regards to our goals on global warming, as well as profitable on the economic level. So basically, it's talking about what I was talking about earlier. I'm actually going to shoot Louise Marie Riquez an email back. All right. And I just had, again, I had to shoot Louise Marie Marquez a quick email since I didn't. Let's go ahead and check immigration. Let's see what our illegal immigration status is at right now. 2.1 million illegal immigrants are in the country right now. That is way above our first one. God, I have a lot of people asking me about the 2019 edition on Steam right now. Farming, let's go ahead and check that. We actually have a budget sector in farming. Monitoring food safety. We actually have the ability to fund food safety. Holy shoot, that is expensive. $29 billion for 1 star? Wow. Whoa. Damn. Assistance for converting to organic farming. $430 billion. $430 billion to convert to food farming. So let's go ahead and fund that first one by about $4 billion. And let's see what happens. Oh, we have new sectors. I just realized we have new sectors. Let's go ahead and check this out. Cannabis. We have cannabis. This is our drug sector. This is gonna be our illegal sector that we can actually legalize. This is the only one that we can actually legalize in the game. So this is the cannabis sector, and we can subsidize it. We can put custom duties on it. We can exonerate it. We can nationalize it. Wow, it is a very lucrative sector. We have 3% of the world's production in cannabis, while we're consuming 24% of the world's cannabis. Let's go ahead. Can you trade it? So it needs water supply networks. Can I trade it? Looks like no. Yeah, I wouldn't guess that you're like sending weed all over the world. So we have a couple other sectors that are new in here. So we have the cocaine sector. And we have 12% of the world's cocaine and 24% of the world's consumption of cocaine. We have a trade balance. Yeah, we're like smuggling in weed like into our own country. This is really weird. So we have cocaine, and opium is our third illegal sector. So I automatically knew that opium, cocaine. So we have no production of opium, but we're consuming 24% of 24% of it. Huh. That's odd. Oh yeah, I need to check this. Who has the best, like... Okay, so let's check production. 81% of that is coming from Afghanistan. What about cocaine? Let's go ahead and check the world production on cocaine. Colombia, 36% of the world's cocaine. Hey, at least they're self-sufficient. Oh my god, that is funny. Just tested out the independence movement scenario. Still bugged with Scotland. Budget excess displays J1%. I'm going to have to check that out in a minute. All right, so we have our... Oh. Ah. God, her voice is so loud. Anything else of interest? So let's go ahead and check on energy. 3G nuclear energy. So this is our brand new nuclear power plant. And also this is another thing. Okay, so basically, we can build like a certain amount of power plants and stuff like that, and it tells you how much it's going to get you. So that is actually very interesting. Finally, that we don't have to sit there and just guess the amount of power production that we need to make, which was one of my things on my energy guide, which I'm going to go ahead and tonight I'm going to go ahead and redo it. But like 293 is going to make 5 terawatts of power. That's going to cost $5 billion. So here's the regular nuclear power plant, and it makes 21.8 terawatts of power. And then on 3G nuclear power plants, we have 28 terawatts of power. So that is actually very exciting that we actually, French pervert. Oh my God. But yeah, this is the thing, and I don't think, yeah, it doesn't. Adding more people to it doesn't increase the power production. So one annual power production 0.1. I mean, that's dependent on where you slam it. Because California and Texas are definitely like the places you want to place in these things. Designed capacity 0.1. So did they nerf solar plants? Did they add anything to the border wall options? Let me go ahead and check that actually. Construction of the wall. Current approved construction 930 miles. No, they got rid of that George W. Bush description on the bottom. Doesn't look like they added anything else. Hispanic population 18%, 14.6% for blacks. Okay, so where was I? Oh, I was going through the energy sector. Let's see. So 50 hydroelectric plants create 1 terawatt. How much does it cost if I... 200. 4 terawatts of power off of 200 hydroelectric plants. Huh. Number to build 1. Oil wells 1. So let's check this. So we have actually a different sort of a power thing now, which is actually very interesting. And this is actually where the power shortages actually come in. So now we have a certain amount of electric power that is actually coming from certain power plants, and then that goes up to the production capacity electricity, or cap, just cap, I think it is, of how much cap there is. It doesn't look like we can actually click on the up and down trends of the consumption and production, which is kind of sucks. because I actually did. And so that's the import-export balance, which is, and terawatts is 169. I guess that's how much we can actually like import or export. Which actually they did revamp the way you can actually import and export electricity, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. So let's look what else. So they did add a graph actually to fossil energy production, and then so that's basically you're gonna be wanting that to go down every year. Production of renewable electricity. So almost we have about 703 terawatts of electricity that's coming from renewable electricity. I don't think that's... Yeah, it doesn't look like nuclear is a part of that, so I guess nuclear is not a renewable source in their eyes, maybe? I'd have to look. Let's see what else we got in here. 3G EPR reactor. So this is the brand new one. Okay. So that's basically what we have from there, and I'm gonna build. God, my throat. So let's go ahead and actually look at electricity. So if I wanted to purchase electricity, we actually have to go over here and we go to electricity in neighboring countries. So if I wanted to import from the Bahamas, neighbor. Oh, okay. So it's countries in your immediate vicinity. I don't know why Venezuela's in there, but... So it's countries within, like, a certain radius. So that's the only ones you're ever going to be able to do it from. So if I wanted to export electricity... So this is the electricity surplus that you have. So I guess that's the max amount of things before your energy sector is going to start suffering. So if you went over that, I don't know what would happen. Yeah, actually, it even said. Let's go back. Neighboring countries, Mexico. So it actually doesn't allow you to do it. 245. Let's go back to Puerto Rico. Huh, did they revamp the... Did he revamp the, thing? Canada. Where was it? There was, like... No. Let's, yeah, here. Insufficient national production. So let's see if that's actually for anything else. Okay. Huh. It actually stops you from selling a certain amount because you have no production for that. So anything over your production, it's going to say you can't do it. About war conquest, did they fix it? I can actually show that off in a second. I'm just literally going through like a lot of like the smaller features right now. There must be only like 20 of us that even play this game anyway. Yeah, right? I highly doubt they added anything for the space programs. No. Disappointment to the max. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, for those who are watching right now, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel, even if it is underwhelming to you guys. Just go ahead and help your boy out. Let me go ahead and see what else is going on. Legislation, specific criminalization, that was added there. Join the international ICC. Let's see what else. There's a couple other things. I'm literally just forgetting about it. Oh yeah, here. So let's actually go over here. So nuclear plant fusion. Acquire this discovery. So the first thing that actually is really, really cool, we actually have a guesstimate when you are going to be able to discover the discovery. So right here it says probable outcome is going to be between 2027 and 2031. So that's actually very interesting. So let's go ahead and acquire this discovery. I don't think this actually adds anything else. Patent, publish. It actually allows you to do that from there. Carbon nanofiber. That would be between 2023 and 2025. High density battery. This helps fuel cell batteries industry. We would get that between 2022 and 2023. Okay, so by air filtration. So here's the probable outcome is supposed to be in 2020. It allows the capture and recycling of CO2. The CO2 then undergoes a series of chemical treatments, allowing it to be converted into either fertilizer or liquid hydrocarbon, the latter of which can be converted into fuel. The energy produced by this is renewable, just like wood or biofuel, with the concentration of CO2 in the air being very low in order to the order of 4,000 parts per million. It is necessary to filter massive quantities of air to extract just a few grams, so in order to have a substantial effect on global warming, several million installations must be built around the world to compensate for the emissions. So let's go ahead and build that. Let's go ahead and try that out and see what happens whenever we actually build it. See what else we got. There was a second one. Capture of CO2 at the emission source. Technology that is installed right at the source of the industrial CO2 emissions, such as thermal power plants, steel mills, cement plants, etc. The system consists of a chemical treatment for the CO2, allowing it to be converted into liquid hydrocarbon, which can be converted into fuel. Capture process sometimes requires so much energy that it partially reduces the overall efficiency by 20 to 30%. This complex system is expensive to install, so is limited to major industrial sites. Let's go ahead and also acquire that one. So that was going to be in the environment tab. Let's go ahead and go by about a week. Wait for those things to actually... Organic, clean cars. Oh yeah, there's a couple other laws that I remember. Organic. I'll be brief, our country is a disaster in terms of organic farming. Yeah, you want me to spend $400 billion on it? Junk food is a genuine threat to public health, both in the development of cancers and obesity-related problems. You must take direct action to develop organic foods that safeguard the body, do not pollute the soil, preserve biodiversity, and capture more carbon to fight global warming. We must begin immediately, Mr. President. Remove a file. Oh my god. They're doing good on the facial things. Like, I mean, this guy looks a little weird, but, like, they're actually doing good on how they're doing that. Can you ask Eversim about possible coalitions and future DLCs or fixes? By coalition, are you talking about political coalition? What are you meaning by that? Endocrine disruptors, no more delay. I should remind you of the harmful effects of endocrine disruptors. These substances that are found in numerous consumer goods such as packaging, cosmetics, pesticides, plastics, etc. are a significant health threat. I have not gone over the global threats thing that I have actually been supposed to be going over. I've just been going over a lot of these new laws and stuff like that. So I actually need to click on this, and then basically I'm going to tell you exactly what you are going to be doing in the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. Basically, it's a lot of cause and effect that you have to fight. So it gives you a little bit more replayability in terms of things to actually battle in the game. Birth defects and cancers are among other things, especially our children. We should devote more resources to studying, controlling, and banning the most potentially dangerous, like what has already been done in a number of countries for bisphenol A found mainly in baby bottles. Literally, I need to do a coalition to make it so you meet with the leader. You offer a coalition, but you must be close to your political leaning, and they must like you. That would actually be very, very interesting, and I think they would actually do something like that in the future. I can whip them an email and say, hey, this would be a good idea, because I mean they did actually implement a couple of my ideas. One of them, before I actually go to global threats, I'm actually going to show you a feature that they actually implemented that was my idea, and I actually really like this. So basically, you can come over here to Quad Cities. I can select the Byron nuclear power plant in northern Illinois. This produces 8 terawatts of electricity. So basically, you can come over here, you can click cancel. Basically, you click on it again, it was shut down. So basically, you have the ability to restart and shut down nuclear power plants in your country. And this is a very, very fun idea that I actually thought was really interesting, because, I mean, in the case of Japan, it gives the energy production in Japan a reason to live, because all of these nuclear power plants are all shut down, because in that, literally, it gives you and this is also a thing that they actually implemented. There's several ideas they implemented that were mine. So basically, it gives a reason to actually restart all of the nuclear power plants in Japan, because all of them are shut down, and it was very, very difficult, because you had to waste all this money, pouring all this money into the demolition of nuclear power plants in Japan. But now you also have the ability to dismantle certain infrastructures from your map. So I can go back over to Byron. Again, we can restart the nuclear power plant. It comes back online. We can also dismantle it. We can have the construction dismantled just by clicking on it on the map. So you can now get rid of where the prime minister randomly becomes your wife. I've never paid attention to that. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. But yeah, you can dismantle on the map, and you can get rid of certain infrastructures. Another thing they actually implemented, again, you can actually do that with highways as well. They did not allow you to change the name manually, but basically, instead of like having these random coded highway names, you now have Chicago, Milwaukee, and these highways will actually be named between their destinations. So let me actually go ahead and do an example. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go to transport, main highway, do Fort Worth to Lubbock. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's give it full funding, get that done in 8 months. And then we click on it, and that's going to be called Auto Route Fort Worth Lubbock. So finally, we have the ability to have a little bit more realism in the game as for route names, stuff like that. And that's actually makes me really happy, because it's more of just an immersion thing, honestly, in my case. Let's go over to the media. Let's see what's new here. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and click on this. We're going to go ahead and look at the global threats or the global menace. Yep, Philip, it is out. It is finally out. Thank you for joining this. I've been going through all these features. I'm finally going over the 2019 edition of for Global Menace. So basically, these are a lot of things that we actually have in the game now that basically allow for a lot of cause and effect. Again, it's a lot of cause and effect. These are the main issues that you have to deal with in the world. You have global warming, social inequality, overpopulation, armed conflicts, nuclear conflict, and unemployment. And then you have a lot of these smaller things that you actually have: atmospheric pollution, climate refugees, cybercrime, deforestation, dietary risks, endocrine disruptors, epidemic, extinction of animal species, natural disasters, ocean acidity, rising sea levels, terrorism, and world hunger. So basically, these are things where these are basically, and they all have their own things, and they all have their own graphs and stuff like that. It's actually very interesting. Okay, so wow, this is so cool. So basically, global warming. Global warming is caused by the disruption in natural greenhouse mechanisms. The sun's rays that reach the Earth's surface that are partially reflected back into space. Greenhouse gases retain a portion of them, which contribute to the warming of the planet. These greenhouse gases are composed mostly of water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide. Without these gases, the average temperature of the Earth would be negative 18 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but that is actually a very low number. I think that's about like in between 15 and 20, around there. Since the beginning of the industrial era, human activity has released excess amounts of these greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide and methane, reaching record levels in the last few years and thus causing an unnatural rise in temperature of around 0.9% degrees Celsius since the pre-industrial era. If humanity does not change its ways and limit these emissions, these rises in temperature could reach over 5 degrees Celsius by the year 2100. This warming will have serious consequences on the natural operation of the planet, which is erratic weather, heat waves, torrential rain, storms, droughts, rising sea levels, acidification of the oceans, as well as losses or changes in biodiversity. So basically, we have cause, and then we have causes of global warming, which is overpopulation and deforestation. And then a cause and effect of it is atmospheric pollution, ocean acidity, rising sea levels, and then an effect. Okay, so this is the cause and effect. So red is a cause, and then blue is an effect. So whenever it has both of them on it, then it actually shows you it. So causes are overpopulation, deforestation, as well as ocean acidity, and then effects of it are pollution, rising sea levels, extinction, climate refugees, more epidemics, and worse world hunger. When is the interview? I don't know. He said he's going to get back to me in the next couple of days about the interview. So yeah. Let's go over to social inequality. We have a lot of this that we have to go through. Wow. Oh, no way. Huh. So since the 1980s, income inequality in the world has continued to increase. The wealthiest 1% benefit twice as much from the growth as the poorest 50%, with the middle class themselves not having advanced at all. So the gap widening between the wealthy and the other residents of the planet, a trend that carries along with it the germs of widespread social revolution. So this is caused by unemployment, and an effect of it is world hunger. That's weird. Then we have overpopulation. The growth of the world's population will have repercussions on many different levels concerning the viability of the planet, both in the short and long term. This will naturally result in increased consumption and thus an increase in greenhouse gases responsible for global warming. faster depletion of resources, especially food and water reserves, and a rise in atmospheric pollution. What's more, it will increase the risk of a pandemic. Even if the solutions are put into place to limit humanity's carbon footprint, there still remains a slowdown, an eventual decrease of the world population, and allow planet Earth to remain at a self-sufficient level. This may involve advancement in the status of women in the world. What? What? And then it tells you these things right here at the top, if you guys haven't been noticing that. I can easily solve the overpopulation problem. They need to add a graph showing the wealth levels of... Jesus Christ. So an effect of overpopulation... it has no causes. Basically, it's just how many people are having babies and stuff like that. But an effect of it is global warming, epidemics, atmospheric pollution, and world hunger. And then we're going to go ahead and go on to the next one, which is armed conflicts. Number of key conflicts currently open is 18. Even if the number of conflicts and scale of world conflicts remain well below the number of the 20th century, the Earth is still not at peace, and a number of places around the globe remain areas of international tension. Modern conflicts have taken on other dimensions, and terrorist groups worldwide do not hesitate to launch massive offensives on the ground. And then a cause and effect of this is terrorism, and then an effect of it is nuclear conflict. So we have number of key conflicts currently open, which is 18. This can increase or decrease depending on the status of like how ISIS is doing in the Middle East, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India and Pakistan, China and Russia, United States and Mexico. Any conflict you start now basically will contribute to this. And a number of hostile situations and bombings, 23, up from last year, or from the beginning actually, from 22. And then we have nuclear conflict. The geopolitical balance of power in the world has changed so much since the time of the Cold War. The situation has become more complex, especially with the military and economic rise of China. The world's arsenal of weapons of mass destruction is substantial. Nearly a dozen military powers have access to atomic weapons and pose a potential threat to the future of our planet. A unilateral disarmament and improvement of relations between major powers would reduce the risk of atomic conflagration to an all-time low. So estimated risk percentages of world or nuclear conflict. World conflict? So basically World War III. And then basically this is your doomsday clock. We have a 7% chance of a nuclear war breaking out within the next couple of years. Or world conflict. Basically, this is also related to armed conflict, so this is like a direct effect of it. Unemployment. A high and long-lasting unemployment rate promotes the rise of poverty and inequality across the nation, as well as an increase in insecurity and crime. A change in the unemployment rate is often one of the factors considered on election day. It should be noted that a very low unemployment rate is a hindrance to a functioning economy, which is no longer has the manpower to grow. And average worldwide unemployment rate is around 7%. This is up from the beginning of the game, which we have only advanced 8 days into the game. And an effect of this is social inequality. Then we have all of these other guys right here. We're gonna go right through them. This is all the shit that you have to fight in this game, and that's actually one of the reasons why I was so excited for it. And I'm actually very excited to have playthroughs and stuff like that too. So atmospheric pollution, number of deaths annually due to atmospheric pollution in the world per 1,000 inhabitants. So one person in the world on 1/8/19 is dying due to atmospheric pollution, and that is up by like 0.01%. Number of deaths due to atmospheric pollution, 7 million. Wow. So that's annually. 7 million people are dying annually of pollution. According to the World Health Organization, air pollution is responsible for more than 10% of deaths worldwide. Wow. It can be broken down by the following sources: 34% from domestic heating, 31% from industrial production, 21% from agriculture, and 14% from transportation. However, the transportation portion can reach 40 to 80% in cities. The principal areas are affected are in Southeast Asia, including India, and the Western Pacific, which is China. And this graph is number of deaths annually due to atmospheric pollution per 1,000 inhabitants, so that's going to be going up and down. They actually have a new war feature that I need to go over in a minute. Estimated number of climate refugees by 2100, 472 million. Population displacement due to climatic turmoil is caused by several often interconnected factors: rise in sea levels, natural disasters, which is flooding, desertification, droughts and water shortages, deforestation, and a reduction in crop yields. More than half of the 20 largest cities in the world are port cities that are potentially threatened by a rise in sea level. And then effects of or causes of this is global warming, rising sea levels, natural disasters, and deforestation. And I'm actually going to be right back. All right, sorry about that. All right, we're going to go to cybercrime. Number of cyber attacks in the world per day, 120,000. And an annual cost of cyber attacks in the world, $469 billion. The number of cyber attacks is constantly rising, keeping pace with the growth of the internet in the world. And I'm going to go ahead and be right back again. Okay, sorry about that. I was actually on the phone. That's why you saw me moving around, but like, wow, we have 31 people watching right now. No. You guys are idiots. um, yeah, no, I was on the phone. So that's why you saw me moving around, but, Egmo, you're an idiot. I'm kidding. So basically what I was doing, I was researching a couple of things and stuff like that. PG trying to laugh it off is adorable. Oh my god. So basically what I was doing while I was on the phone, I was basically on the phone. That's what I was doing. Wow, 34 people watching. Thank you guys so much for joining this live stream, everyone. Again, I'm going to go ahead and announce this right now. Again, with 34 people watching, I am doing a 2019 edition Power and Revolution giveaway. For those who want to enter, please leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I know this is kind of like overdone. You guys hear this a lot. I need to figure out a way to get all of your names like in a second. If you guys actually have any ideas for a giveaway idea, I need to collect all of your names for those who want to watch or who want to enter my giveaway. So let me think for a second. So yeah, basically I am doing a Power and Revolution 2019 edition giveaway. For anyone who wants to enter, I have 3 codes that I'm giving away, given to me by Eversim themselves. Thank you so much, Eversim, for doing this for me. Okay, I have an idea. Basically, I want you guys to email me. I'm going to go ahead and give my email, or actually, let me think of this. Damn, no, I'm not going to do my email. Yeah, actually, okay, everyone, go to my channel. Everyone go to my channel right now, and go ahead and send me an email for if you are interested in it. Just have your name or Discord in there. Have a way for me to contact you back. So go to my channel, go to business inquiries, and then my email is going to be right there. So go ahead and enter that email right there. And then send me an email, and then once I actually start getting them in, I'm going to collect them all. Do not spam. For the love of God, if you are spamming me, I will not enter you into the giveaway. So yeah, go to, what's Nightbot? Hang on. Actually, what is Nightbot? Please post the email. Or actually, fuck, man. So let me actually look at this. Turn on your fucking mic, you cuck. Oh my god. Use a bot, it's more fair. So what bot should I use? It's not available on devices. Well, actually, yeah, that's why I was collecting some of you guys' stuff, because I was actually going to use a bot to randomly select 3 people. Nightbot is a bot commonly used on Twitch, and there's a giveaway option. Let me actually look that up real quick. Nightbot TV allows you to automate your live streams, chat with moderation, and new features. Huh. I could actually do that on the next live stream. Because I could actually separate these live streams. I could just do this one, basically where I'm gonna I'm announcing the giveaway, stuff like that. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys an invite to my Discord. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys enter my Discord. Go ahead and everyone who's watching right now, join that Discord immediately. And for those who are actually who actually want the giveaway, basically what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and enter everyone into this Discord, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of your names, and I'm going to have 3 different codes being given out. So that's how I'm going to go ahead and do this. If not, then I'm going to change the way for that. All right, well, I got the first giveaway email. And then for those who don't have a Discord, I'm going to go ahead and post my email here. So for those who want to actually join the giveaway, so go ahead and email me right there. Obviously, you have an email, so go ahead and leave me an email for that. That is my email right there. So go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and go through a couple more of these features, and I still need to go through all of the global menaces that we are going through before I actually wrap up this live stream. So basically what I did right here, since 2013, several trial runs on vacuum tube trains called Hyperloop have been taking place. With speeds reaching more than 1,000 kilometers an hour, this new technology should be implemented as an alternative to air travel, especially for traveling between major cities on the continent. Mr. President, let's not miss this opportunity. Let's invest in research in this sector to develop this new mode of transportation that ultimately should replace high-speed trains. Always faster. Hyperloop capable of exceeding 2,000 kilometers an hour. Wow, okay. Higher vacuum in this train's tubing. Okay, so I'm starting to get some emails. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this giveaway. Again, this is going to be 3 different codes for the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. Fund the Hyperloop with carbon tax. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Manufacturing of an improved train. So let's go over here. Construction, and then Hyperloop is actually going to be in there in a little bit. I'm actually going to go ahead and cheat through this, and I'm going to go ahead and allow, just give myself some money. $1 trillion. It's going to be a 2% excess. And actually, what I actually looked over here, industrial pollution tax is actually very lucrative as the United States. 0.1% gives us $100 billion. We're only making $10 billion off of 0.01%. So that is actually very interesting. Again, we are finally getting some emails. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this giveaway. How is the game? I actually really like it. Is it only the email or is it Discord also? It is going to be both of them. I'm going to go ahead and collect some names off of Discord and the email. So if you want to join through the email, go right ahead. It's going to be through both of them. And I'm going to, tonight, I'm going to go ahead and create the giveaway. Wow, public debt, nearly $22 trillion. Can you fund your organic food now with the poll tax? Sure. Let's actually see what happens whenever I actually fund organic food. $426 billion, that's a whole lot of money. All right, let's see. Wow. Agriculture. And I actually did build some of these constructions right here. Actually, they're not. CO2 in gigatons on how much they're actually reducing. So let's go to the next day. Electric versus gasoline. There was actually another tax that I actually, or a law that I actually could do. Will you do a live stream later on announcing? Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. That's why I'm collecting all these names now. And then I'm going to basically, I'm gonna do the live stream now. This is basically showing you guys the features, talking about it, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna do a later live stream where I'm gonna do the final giveaway, where I'm gonna basically announce who gets the code. And those people will be contacted actually probably prior to the live stream. So to encourage the development of electric cars, I would suggest progressively raising the tax on petroleum products, just like tobacco. This will undoubtedly yield results in the long term while filling the state's coffers. Okay. Thank you. So let's go ahead and build another 100 of these. 8,000. Let's go ahead and build 500. Let's see what happens. 69. 559. And we're done. So we should see a start to see a sharp decline of our CO2 emissions. Yeah, we're starting to see that. Nice taxes. Gold mine for the state. Taxes, yeah, taxes on the highway system. Very, very lucrative. Very, very lucrative. That's so I guess it may actually be much harder to start reducing CO2 emissions because it was actually very easy to do that, and that's actually something I unintentionally did. Attacking Lubbock. Not Lubbock! Damn it! What kind of email was that? Alright, so I have a lot of people actually in my email right now. Oh, yeah! So basically, we're finally getting riots outside of areas such as the capital. So finally, we're getting stuff... riots in places such as Wichita, Kansas. I've never seen Wichita, Kansas have a riot before. The only thing that sucks is that you have no police force in the area, so you're going to have to send in the guard. So I'm getting a lot of people interacting with this giveaway. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this giveaway. And just for safekeeping, if you actually have joined the Discord, go ahead and send in an email to perfection of... Wow, we actually discovered biodegradable plastics at the same time. Okay, so the rioters are literally, like, pissing themselves, like, right now. See, this is a problem. Capture process. CO2 directly at the source. Let's go ahead and send in the boys. Send these guys over to the bank just in case they're trying to mooch our money off. Yeah, there we go. Assassination. Okay. Budget. Blah, blah, blah. So we're going through that. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of the global threats. Deforestation is actually going down. Number of gross acres destroyed per year in the world in 4.02 million, excluding reforestation. The practice of deforestation has several implications: expansion of farmland, rapid development of specific crops, such as palm oil, soybeans, etc., and livestock, construction of infrastructures, roads and dams, as well as new urban centers and subterranean exploration, such as mining operations, fossil fuel industries. Nearly 20% of deforestation happens illegally, but at the same time, it allows populations that are sometimes impoverished to make a living. Massive deforestation has high determinal effects, destruction of ecosystems, desertification, flooding, and global warming, since trees absorb carbon dioxide. Thus, deforestation contributes to more than 20% due to the increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Reforestation makes it possible to offset these effects slightly, but new forests do not have the same fullness or same capacity for absorbing CO2 as the primary forests that were destroyed. This has an effect on global warming, extinction of animal species, and climate refugees. Dietary risks. With the growth of industrial farming, numerous chemical products are being found in food that is consumed. Pesticides, additives. This denaturalization of food is furthered by the pollution of the air, water, and soil. All of this contributes to the rise of dietary risk factors threatening the health of consumers, especially by contributing to cancers, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity. Can you make everyone go electric? I actually do not know. Oh yeah, there are new things in the comparative maps. I need to show you guys that. Epidemic. Everyone knows what epidemics are. Extinction of animal species, deforestation, pesticides, overuse of land and resources, overfishing, atmospheric pollution, global warming, poaching. The dangers that threaten the animal species are numerous. According to the WWF, animals in the wild have declined by 60% between 1970 and 2014. Natural disasters, climate change can exacerbate extreme meteorological phenomena and can increase the risk of climate-related disasters. The increase in air and water temperature creates columns of hot air on the ocean surface, which adds to the intensity to wind and precipitation, causing hurricanes and flooding, themselves magnified by the rise in sea level. Also, periods of extreme heat and drought are more frequent, intense, and last longer. And then number of deaths due to extreme climatic and geological disasters is actually going up. And then estimated annual cost of the repairs, $106 billion. That's very expensive. Can you do a live stream where you unapologetically use the cheats in God and Spy mode? Yes, sure. Ocean acidity. The increase in carbon dioxide emissions is the principal cause of ocean acidification, which is determined by its pH, or hydrogen potential value, as of 1119 is 8.1. So right now, estimated pH is actually set to go down by the year 2100. Estimated pH for 2100, 6.45. Okay. So, rising sea levels. A rise in sea levels can be explained by two causes related to global warming. 2/3 of it is from melting of glaciers and polar ice caps, and 1/3 is coming from the dilation of the oceans from the rise in their temperatures. One of the main consequences of this rise in sea level is the migration of populations living in coastal regions or on islands that could be submerged. So, a rise in sea level of 1 meter would cause the displacement of around 400 million human beings. And then a cause of this is global warming, and effect is climate refugees and natural disasters. Estimated rise of sea levels in 7 meters by 2100 is going up. We are actually seeing it go up very, very slightly. And then terrorism, estimated number of terrorism victims in the worldwide for the current year. It has actually gone down since compared to beginning of the game, at least. It was 18,500. Right now it is 17,000, so it is going down. And then world hunger, finally. World hunger has dropped by nearly half between 1990 and 2010, but since 2014, it has begun to rise again. Other than regional conflicts, principal causes of this surge are tied to climate turmoil, more droughts, desertification, flooding, storms that undermine agricultural production. Nearly 11% of the world's population is undernourished. The continent most affected is Africa. Cause of this is global warming, natural disasters, social inequality, and overpopulation. This has actually gone down by several million. Under Norris, population is going down. It was 827 million. Now it is 822 million. So basically, there was actually a couple of industries that are actually very new to the game. One of them is actually the production of electric cars and automobiles and utility vehicles. First one is going to be construction of electric utility vehicles. We actually have a very self-sufficient production of electric utility vehicles. And then we have electric automobiles. This is stuff like Tesla, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and give them a subsidy. About 200 million federal dollars. And then let's go ahead and actually exonerate that as well. We actually have more things that actually go into this, which is going to be fuel cell batteries, electricity, steel, plastics, electrical materials, and electrical components. Wow, we have 37 people watching right now. Again, everyone watching right now should go ahead and like and subscribe. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, go ahead and hit my email up. Other than that, yeah, that's basically it. I'm doing a Power and Revolution 2019 giveaway. 3 lucky players will be receiving a free copy of the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in all of this stuff that I've been doing. Thank you guys for getting me to where I am now. I would not be here without you. And also, let's go ahead and get 5 more people watching so we can have 40 people watching. It'd be my biggest live stream ever. And there was actually... let's actually go over here. I think it's in police. No, I don't think it's in police. Yeah, it's right here. So basically, we have a new law legislating self-driving vehicles. The authorization of self-driving vehicles must be taken into consideration. The question of liability and accidents involving steering algorithms, incorrect decisions, computer glitches, etc. And consequently, the amount of liability coverage by the manufacturer's insurance company. For its part, testing will allow the development and production of these vehicles, but not for the sale of them in the country. So... what happens if we actually allow it? Which actually, I think there is a research thing that we actually have that addresses this, and I think that was actually down here. Can you make a video or stream in the future where you can explain how subsidies correctly in this game? Yeah, sure. Alan, if you want to enter my giveaway, go ahead and send me an email or join my Discord. My Discord is in the description of this live stream, and I will go ahead and post that email again. So again, if you have already entered once, please do not enter it again. If you send me a second email, I will probably consider you less for it. But everyone, if you have not, this is only for people who have not entered, since I've already done it once. Go ahead and send me an email through that email that I just posted in there. Other than that, a lot of these people, I'm starting to get a lot of these things. I'm going to go ahead and create a new thing for this. So, and I'm going to move all new emails into a 2019 giveaway. Let me actually see if I can actually send like a specific link that you guys can email to. Nah, yeah, just keep, for those who have not entered, just go ahead and email me, and that's basically it. Wow, thank you so much, Julian, for that donation of the £5. That was actually, or not pound, that's a euro. I'm a fucking idiot. Thank you so much, Julian, for that donation. That is very, very nice of you for you to do that. And if you guys haven't, those things are honestly very appreciated for that. 38 viewers and 200 emails. Actually, I've only gotten less than 20 emails from you guys. So those people are definitely going to be put onto a random list. I've only sent 150 of those. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you'd definitely be out of it if you did. Where was it? It was like it was a specific thing. Here, AI. Driving an autonomous steering, a software system that allows a vehicle to travel autonomously and safely without human drivers. Real-time analysis of various information streams and sensors, which is cameras, LiDARs, GPS maps, to avoid accidents, all while obeying traffic laws. So if I actually legalize self-driving vehicles, I don't know what would happen. Have you ever tried to play with a smaller nation, Kosovo? Actually, sometimes I think the smallest nation I've ever continuously tried to play as, forgot who it was. Well, Turkey, sorta, if you count that as a small nation. Georgia, a few times. I don't know. Let's go ahead and go to transportation. There it is. It's also in here. Yeah, see? Is it out on Steam yet? Yes, it is. How come I'm on Steam and I don't see it available? Okay. For those who are watching right now and they want to buy the 2019 edition right now, it is not under DLC. It is not a DLC of the 2000 of a Power and Revolution. The 2019 edition is being sold as its own game. It is on sale on the website. The easiest way to get it right now is through the website for $19.99. That is going to be the sale price for the game. It is its own separate game. It is not being sold as a DLC for Power and Revolution. It is to find it. It is being sold as under the name Power and Revolution 2019 edition. That is the name of it. It is a DLC, basically a DLC, but as for how it is, that is basically how it is being sold right now. Secret Service. Nothing new there. Education. There's a couple of them in here. There's one. Education policy on gender equality. Let's see how much that costs. Let's go ahead and hit that. Building. Nothing new in education. Country. Nothing new. Yeah, so I'm actually going to turn a little bit of music on. It just sounds really weird not having music. Oh yeah, we also probably have a couple new cabinet members. Here's the, that's Andrew Shaker. Last scandal, breaking the speed limit. What a ass. He just got in there. He already has one. No one new. Secretary of Defense. Yeah, we actually have a new Secretary of Defense because John Mattis isn't in there anymore. Education. It's nothing new. Justice. Let's see what happens whenever we do this. Has bipartisan support. Nice. Thailand, women's rights. See what the newspaper looks like. Again, if you guys have not, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, please. Let's actually go ahead and hit 30 likes on this video. Let's actually go ahead and do that. How long have I been live streaming for? Damn, I've been live streaming for about 2 hours. We got more people coming in, emailing me. Thank you, everyone, for joining in on the giveaway. Let's see what's going on. What is the active population? I don't know. You can do better. Shut up, China. Oh, yeah, we have new laws here. Oh, yeah. Here's a new one. 2 new laws, actually. We can actually institute prohibition. Legislation on the consumption and sale of alcohol can have repercussions on various levels: public health, protection of minors, religious prohibitions, production of wine and other spirits, or individual liberties. So we can actually enact prohibition. And then we also have the setting of the age for alcohol consumption. You guys already know what's going on. You guys already know. I want to make a 3-year-old legal enough to drink. That's how we're going to do it. That's always how we're going to do it. 3-year-olds can drink. Everyone can drink. As long, like, if you're 2, that's breaking the law. That's unnatural. But if you're 3, yeah. That's exactly how we're going to do it. So you can set it as low as 3 years old and as high as 60 years old. Which actually, putting this to like 25 or 18, putting this to 18 would actually make a lot of sense, or at least 19. Maybe even lowering it to 20. Because whenever you hit 20, you're not in your teens anymore. You're 20. That's how old I am. And then we also... Yeah, that they did change the consumption of marijuana law. Basically, you have 5 different laws now, which is consumption is illegal, consumption tolerated, consumption decriminalized, possession and consumption independently regulated by locality, and a federal legalization law that you can pass. So that's basically what it is set to. That's basically how it works in the United States, that it is independently regulated by locality, i.e. by states. Because states such as Washington, Oregon, California, or actually it's California, Washington, there's a couple other states that have like a statewide legalization of marijuana. So the furthest now you can actually do for that is actually just one flat federal legalization of marijuana. But anything past this, I believe, is actually what allows you to have the marijuana sector. It's kind of like that the feds can still come and get you, invade some country and check the debt. Oh, yeah, military. So basically the newest thing is actually with the missile launchers. So basically we can actually come over here and we can like move this guy like right down here. Let's go ahead and fast forward this. He's going to drive all the way down here. He's going to be using the highways. Good. Legislation. Sweet. And also Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. Okay, so I want to read that, actually. So here's our defense mode, active defense mode. This is basically putting anything within like a certain radius will be engaged by it. So any enemy that actually comes in, you're 20, feel so old. So any enemy that comes within this radius right here that is actually set by it, it will be engaged. So this is basically like your little like defensive line sort of thing. Oh, wait, hang on. The army's jihadist caliphate are defeated in Syria. The last pockets of resistance of the terrorist organization have fallen. The war is officially over. The number of terrorists may still have escaped and gone underground to continue their fight using more traditional forms of terrorism. Nevertheless, this military defeat will be etched in their minds, and the organization should suffer setbacks at the international level as well as in our territory. Nice. Criminalization of street harassment, a major step forward toward equality. The law that just went into effect has put an end to a stretch of male chauvinism that permeates our country. This will not solve all of our problems, but it will give women a sense of freedom in public places. Bravo to your courage. That is by the Association for Women's Rights in the United States. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to actually legalize like opium and cocaine, unfortunately. Let me look. No. Yeah, there's not. I wish there was. That'd be hilarious. Let's look at our debt. The graphs seem a little different. United Nations. Still no way to actually defund the United Nations. I wish there was. God. Women. Legislation. So it looks like it gets rid of that. Fight against sexual violence. Family. So where does that pop up now? Does that pop up in the police? Fight against... So I guess you can't get rid of it once you legalize it. Huh. I thought it would be funny to like have it legalized and then like get rid of it. Allow for street harassment, basically. That's kind of funny. Maybe they'll fix it in the later version, I don't know. Or that's basically how it's supposed to work. Because you definitely would never, ever get anything like that out of it. So let's go ahead and actually build a 3G nuclear power plant. This is going to be the brand new nuclear power plant. This is what it looks like, Nuclear 31. Looks like they still have the code names for a lot of the energy parks and stuff like that. So that's done. And that is producing 28.08 terawatts of nuclear power. This is a fresh addition. I'm really happy they actually added that. And again, I am also very happy that they allow you to turn it off and turn it on again. Very OP taxes, especially on the carbon taxes, stuff like that, discouraging CO2 emissions. Your modern vision of feminism and its moving the cause of women toward our country. Okay. Let's see what that actually entails. Oh yeah, there was something else I needed to look at. Okay, so that's nuclear generated electricity 3G EPR 0.8%. So let's build like 5 of them. I want to see how much power that like literally produces. And let's see. Yeah, let's like literally fill like southern Texas with all these things and see how much power that like generates. Because I would actually that's actually a very good thing, because I mean I love the energy sector, and I love producing power. Can't you increase the 3G nuclear power plant power? Something about by bounds. Other countries, technology research is useful now in previous versions. Did it even do anything? No, that's actually something that like 2019 edition turning me on, Jesus. No, the research tree actually didn't do anything last time. Like that's why that's literally another one of the implementations that they actually put in. That was my idea. Was a revamp of the research tree, as well as, you know, turning these things off, turning them on again, stuff like that. Definitely gonna be revamping my energy, electricity production, ecological response. Our capacity for producing electricity is higher than we need. I encourage you to dismantle some of our old thermal power plants that emit significant amounts of CO2. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. It's literally like you have enough to where you can actually start dismantling a lot of these power plants. Basically, you have enough power to where you can dismantle them, and you can dismantle like the fossil energy plants, so you can fight CO2. So that's actually really cool. So these are done. Let's go ahead and see how much power that's producing. 6.7% off the bat. Just 10 of them. Just 9 of them are producing 252 terawatts of electric power. Awesome. That is awesome. Anything new with the Secret Services? No, there's not. Where do you live? Past the 22 nuclear power plant, turn to the left, past 8 more, and if you see the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons, you're there. Oh my god, that is funny. That is funny. God, I wish I could pin that comment. That is funny. That is a funny one. Let's just keep adding. Let's add like 10 more. See what happens. And if you see the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons, you're there. Oh my god, that is good. That is solid right there, dude. Okay. So, I don't know what's going on with 500. Okay, so it tells you how many they got. Position good. So it gives you a little more information on these solar plants. 0.12% electric power. So that's going to be done. No. Internet rumors, negative popular. Did that say internet rumors? I don't see it. So these are all our nuclear. That is funny. That is good. That's so funny. So let's go ahead and dismantle like 7,500 of these. We're going to be getting rid of 150 terawatts of power. That's going to be $9 billion. We're going to go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, so basically what I was going to do, I was going to go back to Global Menace. There was one of them. Okay, so atmospheric pollution. No. It was global warming. Here it is. Because it had like several different pie charts and stuff like that. So this first one is the projections of the rise in temperatures. And then the second one is development of global CO2 emissions. In gigatons. We have 34 gigatons of CO2 emissions. And then this is the objective that we have. This yellow line right here is our objective by 2030. I am definitely going to start a series as the United States, non-cheating series, where basically I'm gonna reach that target. And then the third one is distribution of CO2 emissions, where they are coming from. 24.8% is coming from heat and electricity production, which is fossil fuels. 3% is coming from waste and sewage. 6.4% is coming from building. 3% is coming from air transportation. 2.5% is coming from maritime transportation. 8.5% is coming from ground transportation. And wow, 24% is coming from deforestation. So this is actually compared. So it's actually going down. I think it's actually because no, I didn't actually subsidize it earlier. Unemployment. So that's actually a very fun one that I'm gonna have fun with. Other energy sectors, 9.6%. It's actually very fun. So these are the least of your concerns right here. Like waste and sewage, I don't know how you'd be able to fix that. Ground transportation, definitely some like highway toll taxes, stuff like that. Air transportation, maybe some taxes on it was like where was it? It was like the ticket tax, tourist tax entering the country, and an airline ticket tax. So increasing this actually could actually help reduce that, reduce the air transportation's cause on that. It's the U.S. U.S. can just do it. You can't really deal with global warming playing only one country. How long I've been streaming? 2 hours. Instant nuclear power plants, could we agree to call them pylons just for the memes? Just must construct additional pylons. Oh my god. Okay, so. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and actually check on what's going on here. Okay, so we have a couple of new things right here. Proportion of organic agricultural areas. So funding the shit out of that actually like increased my my thing. So it was 0.5% in the beginning of the game, and now it's 3%. So now what we're going to go ahead and look at is we're going to look at our new comparative maps. These are basically the new comparative maps in the game that I don't know if that song passed where it demonetizes my whole fucking stream. So let's go over here. Security. Let's see what we got here. Non-proliferation treaty. We now have the comparative map to see who has signed the NPF. Not that big of a deal. In any case, work. Active population. This is what someone was asking about earlier. Almost 50%. Income inequality. So we see the worst and the best inequality. This is the Gini index. So the worst ones are like Equatorial New Guinea, South Africa, Botswana. A lot of those African countries are really bad at this. Income inequality between men and women. I don't know if that's like cents. That's weird. Oh shit. Let's go back to comparative maps. Oh my god. Shiism? There's a new religion. What's Shiism? No way! No, oh no way! Oh, that's awesome. That is badass. That is badass. We finally have a third Muslim branch in the game. That is cool. That is good. That is really cool. Awesome. That that is a good addition. Any new religion is really, really cool. I wish the United States had they have a Jewish population, but we don't have a Muslim population. That would be really cool to ban Muslims from the country. The religion of Shia LaBeouf. There goes my 2019 hype. Shut up, Urban Cyber. That's funny. There's a couple of these things. There's one on okay, so organic agriculture. So that's definitely been going up since the beginning of the game. You see a difference there. Environment, CO2 emissions. So in the beginning of the game it was 14, now it's been cut in half. Education. No, nothing new. Shiism, Buddhism. Reforestation and deforestation. So negative is basically reforesting. So those are the countries that are like reforesting their areas and stuff like that. The best ones is places like China, Vietnam, Russia, the United States, India, and then the worst ones are the ones in with a plus sign. And those are the ones that are deforesting the living hell out of their countries. These are countries, especially Brazil. Brazil is the worst at this. Indonesia, Nigeria, Tanzania, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Myanmar, Bolivia, Colombia, Zimbabwe, and Venezuela are the worst ones at this. Human rights, salary inequality. Here's the salary inequality. The best one in the world is Iceland at about 90 cents to the man's dollar, or the woman's dollar, or something like that. I don't know. I think those things are mixed around. I would assume that it's a woman. Security. What else do we got? Cybercrime. What? There's one. Okay, here it is. One of them, we have a couple of new ones. This is organic agriculture, deaths tied to drug use, and female circumcision. This is only in a select amount of countries that you can actually fund this in. It doesn't make sense to really fund it in any other country, especially places such as the West. So all of these countries right here have a specific law that you can pass, which is the banning of female genital mutilation. This is basically countries. I think it's either a law or it's a budget guideline that you can basically fund, and it basically bans the allowance of female genital mutilation. I'm gonna have to play as one of these countries. Ow! In a minute. Then there was another one that was different. Organic agriculture. This is the one I studied a minute ago. Expensive one. Life and health. Deaths tied to drug use. Percent of deaths annually from drug use. 1%. 1% of our population is dying every year because of drug use. We have the highest in the world. Second to Russia, third to Ukraine, fourth to Norway. Very, very bad. So let's go ahead and go over to police. Let's see where we have that. Drug addiction rates is actually going up. So what can we do to stop that? Fight against sexual violence. Drug task force. Huh. Well, what? Norway? Let's go ahead and legalize self-driving vehicles without having that research done. Let's see what happens. I want to see what happens. So here's your new advisor, actually. I just noticed that. Self-driving cars reverse. Your proposed bill on self-driving cars is a serious mistake. It will eliminate tens of thousands of jobs. Truck drivers, taxi drivers, bus drivers, ambulance drivers, messengers, private coffers, driving schools, and our union. We will not let this happen. What, you get... Wait, oh, this is a way to get rid of unions? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, let's actually go ahead and look at Bolsonaro. Oh my god. Increased risk. Can you get rid of the minimum pension, please? I want to see the budgetary impact. Why is Karzai asking for a meeting with me? They actually did his face really well. Oh my god, he actually looks like him. I'm actually really glad that Eversim allowed or restricted the amount of countries you can actually import electricity from. That is actually a really exciting thing to do. So I'm really glad they actually did something like that. They also added their Senate, which was absent from the game. Yeah, I know for a fact they did add the Senate. So yes, they did add the Senate. Brazilian national. Oh my god. That is funny. This is the last election results from Brazil. And in Germany. In France. United Kingdom. Conformist Right Coalition. At least as Russia, I can actually have a gameplay without having to deal with an election right off the bat. That's actually really exciting to me. $311 million cash surplus. Hell yeah, I just paid off $300 million of our debt. Religions, let's check that. Yeah, we have it's so weird how we have a Jewish religion, but we don't have a Muslim religion. I wish there was a Muslim religion in the game. Temptation of extremism. I'm actually not downing Doritos. I'm actually downing some Starburst gummies. I got them before I got off work. So, okay, so I have an idea of, I think I have an idea of what's happening whenever you legalize that thing way too early. So we have nothing here. No UBI. There's no UBI. Okay, so someone was asking actually the difference between the minimum, the difference between the universal basic income and minimum solidarity allowance. Universal basic income is basically like everyone gets money from the federal government. Anyone who does or does not have a job gets a certain amount of money. A minimum solidarity allowance, it is paid to individuals who do not gain enough pay through work to meet their needs. So it's basically everyone who has a job or is trying to get a job but they don't have the money to pay for bills, pay for basic needs, stuff like that. The beneficiary is often expected to sign up for a back-to-work contract. So yeah, basically that's the difference between a UBI and a MSA. Let's see what our serials. So trade contracts actually seem to be very, very different in the game, which is actually very exciting. Yeah, actually, I think this is the first update that I've actually seen where trade contracts are actually very different. And that's something that I've just noticed, actually, which is really good. Like, that's something that's actually really, really good. Postal office is actually completely privatized now. Man, I just want to... UBI is basically universal basic income. Just so you guys know, like, that was my shithead of a brother that, like, just... I told him that I was live streaming. Yeah, basically. No, wait, not the belt. Not the belt. Not the belt. Oh, shit.
Come here, boy! I'm gonna beat your ass! I swear to God, I'll... Get the fuck out of my house! Hey, if you want to subscribe to me, subscribe to Chi Panda. CHIPANDA. I'm retarded, so I can't spell. Watch my new Apex Legends video.
Alright, sorry guys, that was a altercation with Eversim inside of my own house. They figured out that I was illegally downloading the 2019 edition, so they came into my house and they raided it. I'm okay. I lost the codes. They deleted the email. Eversim has a secret service. It's all going downhill from here. I'm sorry. Anyway, so, damn, you'll be in my prayers. Oh my God, you guys are fucking awesome. Technically, I live in Texas, so I'm not that far off from that. That sounded really bad, but I do live in Texas. I'm a Texan, so if it was in Florida, that would make sense. There was something I was supposed to do. there was something I wanted to look at, but I forgot what it was. Oh, let's see if there's anything new in culture. Nothing, no. Great. No. Florida man strikes again. Oh, that's actually what I was trying to remember. So basically, if you guys actually want to see me in a documentary, go for one, go subscribe to Mama Max. And two, if you want to see what I look like, go to Mama Max's new video. It's called Halo, the Game That Made Us. It's a really cool 30-minute documentary, and if one of you guys can guess who I am, which one is me, then you get a kiss on the cheek. Basically, I was actually in that. It was a kind of like a last-minute thing. I was actually in it a little more often than I actually thought I would be. But yeah, again, go check out Mama Max's new video. It's called Halo, the Game That Made Us. And again, you will see me several times in that video. Very, very interesting video. Very, very interesting content about Halo and why it was such a good game. And again, go subscribe to Mama Max. He has a very, very cool channel. He has over 200,000 subscribers. And yeah, again, just go ahead and go subscribe to him. 2 kisses and I'm down. Okay. Shut up, Daisy Blonde. You're gay. I've actually never seen you, Daisy Blonde, in my channel, so welcome to the live stream. Wow, you have 150 subscribers and you don't post shit. But yeah, I'm actually going to name out a couple of people. Daisy Blonde, welcome to the live stream and channel. Urban Cyber, Silver Tracker, Tacker, Elfions. Who else is new here? Alex Snader. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, that's basically it. I've also Solitaris. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I don't think Urban Cyber is different. I just changed my name. Oh, come on. Xander. Xander, is that it? Xander? North Mason. Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot. They changed the name of Macedonia. So wow, that's actually really cool. So instead of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia is now finally called the Republic of North Macedonia. This was an agreement that was signed between the republics of Greece and Macedonia. So finally, Macedonia has its own name. It again is called, and they did again change this in the Power and Revolution 2019 edition. It is now called the Republic of North Macedonia. And also, this is a funny story. So basically, for those who actually, I have not told this story. I don't think I've actually told this story publicly, on my channel. It's so funny because me and my friend Jake were actually talking on Snapchat. Or not, I was literally getting a call from my girlfriend on Snapchat. By the way, my girlfriend is amazing, guys, and I just wanted to give her a shout out. But yeah, basically, and I'm actually going to be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So what's going on in the chat? I'm just catching up on the chat. "Quote unquote girlfriend." Um, fuck you. I could live with that. Benny Hill music. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Basically, me and my friend Jake. I've actually collabed with Jake a couple of times on uh, on my channel. And basically what happened is that we were both playing Power and Revolution, and then so I think one of us noticed, I think it was Jake. Basically he looked at the Iraqi flag, and then he's like, "Have you ever noticed like how the Syrian and Iraqi flag look similar?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's always kind of confused me." And then so finally, like, I kind of look it up, and it looks different. And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then so I look at it, and I look at the flag. Basically, Eversim had put the Iraqi flag. It was the wrong Iraqi flag. It was actually the Iraqi flag with 2 stars. It was I think this stands for Allahu Akbar, or God is great. And basically, it was this, and then 2 stars or 3 stars in the flag. And it was so funny because we looked at it and we're like, "Holy shit, they got the flag wrong." And so I sent Eversim an email, and they basically told me in the next version they'll fix the Iraqi flag. So if you want to look at it in a certain way, you're paying $20 for a new flag. But yeah, that's the boring story. Shit, I just received an email and thought it was my giveaway. It's not. Let me look. Let me go ahead and make sure I actually have I have like over 13 people that are or 14 people that are actually in this giveaway right now. What? Silver McTacker. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you for actually joining or for actually sending messages along with these emails. Basically. Oh, let me look. I'm just like checking up on all this crap right now. Let me actually see if I can get Backstar in on this call. Looks like we're not. Okay. So, wow, I have like 70 fucking messages about 2019. All right. So I guess we're seeing a lot of these people. So, if I'm getting this right, we got John that's in it, Papadopoulos is in it, Cyber that's in it, Daisy Blonde, Dead King, Tyem. Who else? Hey, where were you? Silver McTacker, where are you? I don't know which one you are. I would also prefer that you guys actually like send in, which a couple of you guys have actually done this already. You actually put your Discords and like YouTube names and stuff like that, so I know who you are. I should have said that at the beginning. But in any case, I actually have a sufficient amount of people for a giveaway. 3 people, 3 of you guys will be actually getting a giveaway. All right. All right, back to the game. I need to go ahead and wrap up this live stream soon, mostly because I don't want to be spoiling all these features for you guys, just so you guys can, just so I have enough stuff. And I'm definitely going to be like playing more of this, just so I can actually know how to play it. I'm definitely going to be doing a new series soon. I'm definitely going to be maybe a new USA series, maybe a Turkey series even. Maybe even a Russia series. I don't know. Maybe a Russia series. I actually like playing as Russia. Other than that, yeah. Maybe even like Iraq or Iran. Actually, maybe even India. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream now. I think this is enough 2019 edition for you guys. But in any case, guys, thank you so much for joining in on this live stream. This has been a very, very successful live stream for me. I definitely enjoyed playing the 2019 edition for the first time with you guys. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in on this. If I can get 2 more people to like this video, so we can get to 30 likes on this video, that would be amazing. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining in on this live stream. I'm definitely going to be doing more live streams since we finally have more content with the 2019 edition of Power and Revolution. So, other than that, I'm offended he thinks I'm new. Yeah, you should be offended, because you're gay. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for joining in on this live stream. Definitely, go and support Eversim by purchasing the 2019 edition. I'm gonna be working on a giveaway, stuff like that. Definitely gonna be doing this giveaway with you guys. And other than that, Praying Mantis, Rubbing Hand Gift, Politics getting new subs for Steam codes. Basically, yeah, you guys better fucking subscribe to me. But yeah, let me actually go ahead and get my thing. Let me actually give you guys 2 Discord links. So this first one is going to be, again, the code or the link to my PoliticsGaming Discord for power for that. The next one I'm actually going to give you is Amends Server for Power and Revolution. This is the largest Power and Revolution community that I know of so far. Since the forums went down, this is the one Discord or actually community that I have actually known about that we actually have a way to actually talk to each other. And I am very active in that server. I love talking to you guys and fucking with you guys and stuff like that. You guys are very fun to be around. And everyone in there is really nice and stuff like that. It is run by a very good admin, AMN92, who is also present in this live stream right now. Thank you, AMN, for hosting such a great community for Power and Revolution. And thank you for hosting me there as well. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am going to leave it right here for you guys. I will definitely be live streaming more once I actually... I think I'm actually off this Thursday, so I'm actually probably going to live stream then. Other than that, I'm definitely going to be working on a new series. I'm definitely going to be working on a giveaway, and I will try to do a new giveaway. I'll try to do a giveaway maybe tomorrow or later after that. Maybe I'll do some more delays, Eversim style, on you guys, because you know how to do it to you. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this. I will see you guys in the next video. Yes, Chris, it is out. 2019 is out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.